Okay, folks. So I wanted to show you a little bit about what's going on with the DOJ and Ashley Biden's diary because it definitely shows that somebody's got their thumb on the scales of justice, and there's a two-tier justice system, which most common sense people know this is wrong. But remember, rules for thee, but not for me, as far as the elites go or politicians go. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Colin Rugg mentions the DOJ is seeking prison time for the person who stole Ashley Biden's diary, which stated that Ashley had inappropriate showers with Joe Biden. The Biden DOJ wants to throw Amy Harris in prison for selling the diary to Project Veritas, which Amy Harris found. James O'Keefe said the diary was found by tipsters in an abandoned hotel room. The diary made many eyebrow-raising claims, including one that Ashley Biden had naked showers with her father, Joe, and this is when she was like 12 years old. I remember having sexual relations with friends at a young age. Showers with my dad, probably not appropriate. No, they weren't. Federal prosecutors are calling for a 4-month to 10-month prison sentence. And of course, the first question is, the DOJ, I remember when this first came out, this information, the DOJ denied that this diary was real. They denied. They still haven't retracted it, but my thing is, so why are you looking to put somebody in prison then, if it's not real? If none of it's real, then why are you doing this? And so they're confirming that it is real by doing this. And I'll show you some more on this. So now they're calling for a prison sentence for this person, but they still are like, well, it's not real. I'm like, well, you're throwing somebody in prison for it. So obviously it is. And the DOJ, here it is, Pismo says the DOJ confirms, obviously, Ashley Biden's diary is real by prosecuting the person who stole it. Biden inappropriately showered with his underage daughter, Ashley. And this is no surprise if you've seen the plethora of videos of Joe Biden sniffing little girls and touching them and things like that. You can watch it. Just go ahead and search in Biden weirdo or anything on X like that. And you can see he's got this thing. He's got a history of already being a sexual deviant. Okay, so in 24 hours, the DOJ confirmed the dossier was fake and Ashley Biden's diary was real. The same diary where she says she was molested at a young age and took inappropriate showers with her father. Are you awake yet? So here it is right here. This is a page taken out of her diary. Hypersexualized at a young age. What is this due to? Was I molested? I think so. I can't remember specifics, but I do remember trauma. I remember not liking the Woolsacks house, the friends of theirs. I remember somewhat being sexualized with Caroline. I remember having sex with friends at a young age. Showers with my dad. Dad, probably not appropriate. Okay. And then there she is at a young age. Cute little girl. It's just, this is a tragedy for sure. This pervert, sexual deviant, did this stuff. He's just so awful in so many ways. Juanita Broderick just says, I have one question. Where was Jill when Ashley was allegedly being molested? Did Ashley confide in her mom? Man, this is one seriously dysfunctional first family. Yes, it is. The DOJ should be investigating Joe Biden for sexually molesting his daughter, Ashley. By the DOJ's own admission, the diary is real. So Ashley's credible claim of being molested by her dad, Joe, needs to be taken seriously and properly investigated. Believe all women, right? Well, yeah, but not, remember the same thing, rules for thee, but not for me. So politicians, people with lots of money as well. So you can throw some billionaires in there. These people have a different set of rules. That's why it's a two-tiered justice system. And, Joe Biden has weaponized every department, pretty much every department in his administration. The DHS for sure. I mean, Mayorkas loves it. He's all over it. the DOJ is definitely weaponized. And the thing is I'm giving the DOJ a performance review this year since I pay your salaries. I'm just giving you a performance review. Let's just take it objectively. Take this as, hey, you can turn this thing around. 1 out of a 10, I give you about a 1. Okay, and I'll give you a 1 because you're snazzy dressers. Okay, you're snappy dressers. You wear ties and coats, and that's about it. So you dress for the office, but other than that, the corruption might be a problem that you get a couple points off for that. And so I don't believe there should be any promotions this year. Just throwing that in there. And so Gunther Eagleman says, what kind of person showers inappropriately with his underage daughter? Well, a sexual deviant and a pervert. Mark, who would have thought that showering with daddy would attract so much attention and cause the Biden cabal to have such a meltdown? Yeah, the fact that they're going after this lady so hard kind of says everything. And what's her name? Amy Harris, I think, is the lady's name. So now the DOJ is admitting the diary is real. I wonder if the mainstream media will cover the content in the diary. Oh, what am I saying? Of course they won't. Kyle Becker says, totally normal to seek prison time for stolen fake diaries, right? So they admit the diary that contained this is real. Good to know. And they don't care that there's hypocrisy. They don't care about those things because these people don't have any core values or morals. And so it just is not a thing for them. Shame, being shamed, seeing the hypocrisy, it's inconvenient for them, for commies like these guys. Maga Michelle says, at least the DOJ admits the diary is real, but now we have a pedophile in the White House. Well, we do, and that's Joe Biden. And I'm just saying, he may be in the office of president, but still, I mean, facts are facts, dude. I'm just saying, okay. So, now we know there's a problem. Why lock up the dude who showered? Why lock up the dude who showered with his underage daughter when you can lock up the person who exposed him for his perverse acts? Of course, the hypocrisy is enormous here. That's why there's so many comments from regular people. You can't steal something if it was just found. But the left has also denied the very existence of this journal. So if this is now the case, this proves everything in the journal. Let's see. Why not prison time for the man she admitted abused her, Joe Biden, as a predator? Well, yeah, that's pretty much a fact. So the diary is real. Biden molested his daughter. I actually want to thank the DOJ today for confirming that this diary is real. I really want to thank, and I'm glad people are doing this. I think people are starting to relearn what was taken out of the school system a long time ago, which is critical thinking skills, which is listen to what's being said, read what's being said, but most important of all, read the subtext that's being communicated between the lines. Read between the lines, right? So it's kind of cool to see people waking up to that. That's really what the waking up red pill is all about that you hear. And so what do they say? If you're not on a list, then you're probably not doing the right thing. Like everybody's on a list now. Most Americans are on a list now because the fact that you believe in freedom and equal merits of the law, stuff like that, that makes you some sort of like subversive. And so that puts you on a list somewhere. If you don't realize that by now, I'm sorry. So, let's see. And to the left, it's all appropriate. They have no morals. They hate themselves. And they hate God. Well, that's the essence of leftism, too. Didn't she find the abandoned diary at a rehab facility? Yeah, I think so. And I'm honing in on this a little more. Trying to do just a little more digging on this. They do now realize that they're admitting actually Biden's diary is real. With that being said, the person who should be getting jail time is Joe Biden. based on what Ashley wrote in her own words in the diary. Biden still has a sick obsession with needing to touch and smell kids as well as women. Well, yeah. I'd also like to know why Jill thought this was appropriate. Was she aware? I don't know. Jill should be aware since she's a doctor, right? No, she's an honorary doctorate in education. Okay, for being Joe Biden's babysitter when he was 28 years old and having an affair with him. Kurt says something kind of interesting. I think Jill just turned a blind eye. They were not her children. She liked the fame and money and the elevated status, the power. Remember, she was a campaign worker who dumped her husband for Joe, but she was also the babysitter. I think she is now playing the role of the mighty puppeteer afraid of losing it all. Yeah, I guess that's an enormous dose of denialism, right? To live that way. But I guess she's kept it up for a long time. She's kept that appearance up. So, Dolores says, oh, she's getting mad here. Except that the so-called diary has been in the hands of unknown persons in Project Veritas, who are known for mishandling videos and documents in their possession. Are they? Let's see if there's comments. Oh, really, Dolores? They're known for mishandling documents and videos? OMG is good at catching the bad guys. Is that a problem? It's definitely more evidence than E. Jean Carroll had. Handwriting analysis would say if it was hers or not. And yet the Biden regime and Ashley Biden are not denying it. Yeah, they haven't come out and said that. And wanting to put the gal who found it in jail just adds legitimacy to it. So nice try, but your efforts fall short. A lot like the FBI. They don't care because of this fact. Emerald Robinson says, Congress is now controlled by the FBI and CIA through blackmail. Now that I do believe for sure. And Epstein Island, they proved all that. Congress is now helping millions of military-age men to invade the USA. That means the FBI and CIA are allowing the invasion of the USA. America's national security state is totally subverted. And that's for another video. But yeah, that's definitely true. Poor Ashley, that her mom was not there to protect her, but Jill didn't say a word, for she was looking at being wealthy with cheating Joe. She herself was cheating on her husband. Yeah, this is crazy. Crazy. Talk about the most dysfunctional trailer trash family on earth. It's got to be the Biden family. Let's see. Here's what Tucker says.
The FBI. Why were they doing this? Well, the answer lies in what's in the diary. And now we know what's in the diary, thanks to a new piece in the Daily News, which has a copy of the diary. Josh Boswell is a reporter there at the Daily Mail. He broke the story, and he joins us with the answer. Hi, Josh, thanks so much for coming on. What is this about?
So we've looked at the diary. We've spent a lot of time considering carefully what to report from it. And what we've chosen to report are some pretty serious things that Ashley, the president's daughter, wrote. She wrote that she was musing over whether her father was sexually inappropriate with her when she was a little girl. She mentions in the diary showers with her dad. She also talks about them being probably not appropriate. She writes that on one page in her diary. And she also refers to being hypersexualized at a young age. There's a lot of references in the diary to her repeated spells in rehab, her relapses with drug abuse, alcohol, and sex addiction as well. And there's some truly kind of shocking things in there as well about how Joe cried. He was brought to tears over worry for his daughter just before a Democratic primary debate. So we can now know, because of this diary, that there are several things that will be extremely important for national security, that they not fall into the wrong hands. For example, the Chinese, right? Or the Russians, who could use this as blackmail if it wasn't published. So that's why we decided to put this out there, and why we think that it's important that the American people know this.
Okay. Yeah, that's a video
James
segment.
O'Keefe,
Just
because
talking about that. Let's move on. Poor Ashley. Yeah, I agree. Just proving once again the validity of the diary, proving that Ashley Biden did have inappropriate showers with Joe Biden. Why else go after the person who leaked the info? How long until the DOJ starts arresting people for their opinions? I'd say wait till right after the 2024 election or whatever happens. That's when I believe that stuff will start to really ramp up for sure. And they already are. I think they put one guy in jail for some memes about Hillary Clinton for, I don't know how long, 7 months. They put Owen Schreier in jail for like 60 days. Intimidation. I've been thinking for years that Hunter leaving his laptop at a store and Ashley leaving her diary behind in a hotel were not quote unquote accidents. They both wanted to derail Joe's presidency and put him in jail. Interesting. I've wondered if Hunter thought it might be a way out of the cycle of family business and expectations. That's what I was thinking. He was a man that had hit rock bottom and was looking for a way out. Taking his dad out as like maybe revenge would have been icing on the cake. This shows you how powerful the deep state is. Oh yeah, they killed a president 60 years ago in front of the world and got away with it. Yeah, I'm on board with that for sure. Interesting. You might be right about Ashley, but Hunter's laptop incriminates himself pretty well too. And he was drugged up enough to have been reckless about keeping tabs on it. If you're right, though, he may eventually spill the beans on Joe openly. We'll see. You have a good point. Agree. Even if it was done subconsciously, I think it was intentional in both cases. I wonder if there's enough resentment built up as people have gotten older. Ashley Biden, Hunter Biden, where these kids have been scarred. They've been scarred by and had some trauma, no doubt, being the children of Joe Biden and his just at the mercy of his very strange ways and his deviancy. So, but I don't know. Or a warning to him. That's true. They could very well be blackmailing him. If he goes to prison, they lose everything. Same goes for enabler, Dr. Jill. Yeah. That is something to ponder. Nothing is left for a chance for luck. They were left to be found. And I wonder about that too, because this has happened quite a bit. The DOJ is the administration's bulldog. They go after people for political reasons. Well, yeah, they're politically motivated and weaponized. That's what they're all about. And I'm like, I support law enforcement. I support these organizations if they were right now currently doing the right thing for people, but they're not. They're being weaponized, and that's the issue here. I don't think that's a very extreme take. I think that's just observation. Anyway, I would continue. I've got to go to a meeting, but just mull this over, see what you think. But it definitely, more than ever, it just reveals that they know they've just revealed themselves by going after this lady, Amy Harris, I think is her name, who had Ashley Biden's diary, and that they said was not real, but now they're arresting her. So I'm like, well, gee whiz, why would you do this? So the hypocrisy, it truly knows no bounds, like I always say. Anyway, so thanks for watching, folks, and I will talk to you soon. See what you think. So put a subscribe and a like on the video if you like it, and I will talk to you later. Bye.